Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be learning how to insert this Excel CSV data into the database like MySQL server using UiPath Studio. So here I have 700 rows in this particular Excel CSV file and I need to insert this data into the MySQL server. So to insert this into MySQL server, I need to download something called as WAM server, which is available on Google. WAM server. Once you download it from the Google called WAM server, then just open the WAM server. Open this WAM server 64-bit. It is available both in 32-bit and 64-bit. Based on your preference, you can download it and install. So once all services are running, then go to the up arrow map over here, click on WAM server, and here we have MySQL console. The username is root and the console will be opened. Here the password is nothing, so just enter it and the console is open. So here you can see what all databases are there. So show databases. You can see by default 4 databases have been installed and these are system databases. So if you want to create a database, we need to write a query called create database. I'll write my name Akash Cobra. So query, okay, one row affected. So database is created. Now I'll say use database Akash Cobra. Okay, so database changed. Next, to do this, now we can see show databases. In show databases, you can see the Akash Cobra database has been added. So now in this, we need to insert this 700 rows into the database using UiPath Studio. So open UiPath Studio. To connect the database, you need something called as ODBC connector. So first I am creating process sample database blank process and I'll say create. Once this is created, let us go to project and see which all dependencies have been installed. UiPath system activities have been installed. We need two more packages. So let's download from manage package Excel activities from all packages. So let us install Excel activities and database activities. UiPath.database activities. Click on save. So before it gets saved, you need something called as ODBC connector 64-bit. So this is how I'll remove my previously created databases. So here we have by default it will be this much. So we need to add and connect the database to this particular ODBC connector. So let's do it. Add, then MySQL ODBC connector will come once the ODBC is connected. Next, go to finish. Then data source name, you can create it, name it as it is, whatever you want. My database, I'll write TP IP server will be localhost. The port is 3006. Then user is root, and database, you can see here the database which we have created now just now is Akash Cobra has been. You can test the connection. The connection is successful and you can create OK. So you can see here my database is created 3264-bit by using ODBC connector. This part is done. Now here Excel activities is installed but database activities is not installed. So install database activities in all packages, database, So these activities should be installed. UiPath.database.activities. This is installed. You can start with the main sequence using read CSV file. So go to activities. We have read CSV activity. So in that I can write a variable called desired path. The variable is created, and inside the variable I'll be giving the path to this particular Excel CSV. So info copy path, and this is the path which it will be taking from the my system file. Okay, so and this data table 7 rows will be saved into the data table. So control K dt data, that's it. So it has headers, CSV has headers, so ensure that this tick mark is done, and the delimiter is comma itself, and that's it. Once data is read, then you can connect to database. In connect to database, just now we configure ODBC connection, so go to configure connection. In configure connection, go to connection wizard. In data source, we create from MySQL ODBC data source. In MySQL ODBC data source, in the user or system data source, you'll be seeing the database which you have linked, that is my database, and that's it. Username is root and password is nothing. You can test the connection. The test connection is succeeded, and click on OK. So now, okay, the database is linked to UiPath. Okay, and you can name the connection, database connection, as my connect. So that it can be used this database in the further activities. Now, how normally we do add the data in the particular this. So I write create sample data. How to create table? So I write it as create sample data. Table sample data, open the bracket, and now we'll be writing each and every column from the Excel. So the first one is segment. So segment varchar say 30. Next country varchar 20. Country varchar 50, I'll write because country name can be big. Then product varchar 20. Then discount percentage or just a percentage, I'll be giving in float or not in float percentage. You can write it as in varchar because it includes symbol in it, varchar 10. Next, unit sold, I'll be writing it as floating point, so float 10, 2. Next, manufacturing price, so just write manu price. This will not include because it includes dollar symbol, so write it as varchar char 20. Sales price varchar again 20. Data type date will exclude. Next we'll have gross sales, discount, sales and COGS profit. So gross sales, float and comma 2. Gross sales. After that we have sales, COGS and profits. So discount, we have discount amount. There's also in float and comma 2. Then we have sales, that is so let me enter sales, float and comma 2. Sorry for the gap, by mistake. Next COGS, float comma 2, and then profit, float and comma 2, up to 2 decimal points. Once this is done, close the bracket, semicolon. This is query okay. So total number of columns has been set. You can check as describe sample data. See, number of rows, 12 rows have been created. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So after this insert the row, one row from this particular Excel. Manually you go it and insert, like the query is insert into table, insert into sample data, insert into sample data values. You open the bracket and start inserting, saying government. Next we insert country, that is Canada. Next product, we inserted something like Carretera, which is over here. Then discount percentage, we'll insert it as 0%. Next unit sold, just the number 16, 18.5. Next menu price, we'll be inserting it as $3.00. Next $20.00. Next gross sale amount is 32370. Next we have discount as 0, sales value we have 32370, COGS we have 16, 185. Calculated values, profit 16,185, and that's it. Close the bracket and semicolon. It says query okay, one row affected. So now you can see how the data is inserted. So select star from sample data. So I'll just enlarge and you can see the one row has been added. So this entering the rows manually using SQL queries will take a lot of time. So using UiPath Studio, you are supposed to enter this data all at once. So how to enter this data all at once? Let us see in UiPath Studio. All you have to write is this query insert into sample data values in a for loop activity. So open UiPath Studio, select the activity called for each loop for each row in data table. Data table will be dt data, row name will be just row, and here to execute query I'll be using run command query. So use the run command from the database. Configure connection, again connection wizard, data source, ODBC connector, my database, username root. Okay, test connection successful. Okay, or you can either provide existing connection, that is my connect. So this is also valid. So you can clear this session out. See, so the existing connection we made, and now we have SQL query to run. So let us put it into string dot format, brackets, double inverted commas, insert into table or sample data values, insert into sample data values, then open the bracket and close the bracket, and then we have semicolon. So insert into sample data values, the first one. So total we have 12 columns. So start with index 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, index 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, and last one is 11. This is done. After this, we have after colon, you just insert comma and insert the object row of 0, comma, row of 1, of 2, now yes, row of 0. There is one bracket missing over here. So row of 0, row of 1, row of 2. In you see Excel sheet, this is row of 0, row of 1, row of 2, row of 3, row of 4, row of 5, row of 6. So up to 6 you can enter. So again 3, five, row of 6. After row of 6, we have excluded date column, so 7 will be excluded. Row of 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So row of 8, 9, 10, and bracket close. So the error has been vanished. So you can see in the Excel, this is row of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is excluded, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We are not excluding this number, these rows, because these are date values and we'll be seeing in the later part. So presently we are inserting only 12 columns. So these are the 12 columns which are to be inserted. Okay, so serial number wise it will go and set into, so row of 0 will set into 0th place. Similarly, a row of 12 will be fitted into 11th place. Now with the data which is government Canada and Catria percentage, we need to put double inverted quotes. So let us put double inverted quotes over here. 0 insert for 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 we don't need, 5, 6 we need. So for 5 and 6 we need double inverted quotes, 5 and 6. Rest all are floating point integers, so no need to add double inverted quotes. So this will happen into a smooth sailing manner once we run the bot. We just save it and then disconnect the connection. So disconnect from the database, and the connection name is MyConnect, and that's it. Now let me delete the data from this one row. So delete from sample data. Very okay, one row affected. Now let us see how this bot will run. Okay, the bot has only hardly few activities to connect with the database. Just save it and close the Excel sheet, and you can keep this open or you can close also, and I'll debug it so that the bot is will run in the background. So here run command, only one connections can be used. So I'll stop the connection. I have given two connections. So here string, so this I'll remove. So existing connection has been given as my connect, that is enough. So that was the error. Next, just run the bot. Again we have run command SQL query server, and this video is also flopped. Okay, so we have one error which is dot over here. Instead of dot, we need comma. So ensure that all errors are corrected. Even a single error, the bot might stop working. Okay, now I hope this video is not flop now. Keep the debugging errors and debug it once again, and the bot will run smoothly for the third time. Again we have errors. It says table sample data. See, sample spelling is wrong. So again SAMPLE. So that's my mistake. Sample data values. Save it. Stop the bot. Keep the changes, and once again running the bot in debug mode. Now the bot will be adding number of rows, and once it's finished executing, 700 rows will be added into the SQL server. You want to see how it looks like? So here you go. Just write select star from sample data, and you can see the number of data 700 rows have been added successfully. You can see 700 rows have been added successfully. This is how we can do database automation using UiPath automation. Okay, so that's all from my side. Okay, if you want to see this database where it looks into MySQL server, you just go to PHP admin and log in. You can see Apache Cobra is a database. In Apache Cobra we have sample data. So this is the data which is inserted. Okay, so it has number of rows as 500. So we have total of 700 rows over here. So each will be having 25. And if I go to last bit, that is 28, let us see whether numbers are matching with the Excel sheet or not. So open the Excel sheet, documents. This is the Excel sheet. So the last data we have is 13.305418. So you can see it is matching 5418, 350, 1842.1.2. So this data is matching. Okay, so this data, last data, is matching with the last row of the SQL command. Okay, so that's how the database data should be added into the MySQL server. Thank you and have a nice day. I hope this session was useful for you. So if you have any doubts in this particular session, you can comment below and I'll definitely answer to that particular comment. So this is how database connection is secured through ODBC connector. Ensure that this ODBC connector you download. So first you need to install WAM server from the Google. So I'll show you the link where the WAM server is available. Just type WAM server. So here you can download from WAM server. This is the link for the download WAM server. And one more thing, ODBC connector. ODBC connector can be downloaded from the MySQL download connector, ODBC connector. So both versions are available, that is 64-bit and 84-bit. Okay, so either you can download MSI installer or directly zip file. Okay, it's free of cost, so download it and then go to ODBC connector and connect the database. Thank you guys for having this session and hope you enjoyed this video and see you soon. Have a nice day. This is Akash Kubri signing off guys. Thank you.